What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my live reactions to the NFL draft. Yes, these are being recorded as of 4/28/2022. This is 5:55. In about 5 minutes, the NFL draft will kick off. I'll be able to add in maybe like them saying who was drafted. Probably not. I'm not going to risk that. But I'll talk about who was drafted, what pick, everything that's going on. I'm going to react to it. I'm going to watch it instantly right after I watch when the draft is. I'm gonna hit mute on this and tell you guys exactly what I think the draft pick and how it was. So let's jump into that. Pick number 1 comes up next. And with the first overall pick, the Jacksonville Jaguars selected Trayvon Walker out of Georgia. Really high upside guy. Obviously, if you saw my mock drafts, I did think Aiden Hutchinson was still the guy they were going to want to go with. But a lot of things did come out about Trayvon Walker. Obviously, I did not. I'm a dude in my basement. I think I kind of understand what teams will need. I might be a kid, but I still think I kind of know. But Trayvon makes sense. Still get them an edge rusher. Get them someone to rush the passer. Help beef up that defense. Get them an electric player. He can also drop into coverage a bit. Seeing some of the tape that I'm getting to see, can do a little bit of drop into coverage, maybe help the run a bit. I think he'll be great on that Jaguars defense. Let's see who goes number 2. With the second overall pick, the Detroit Lions select Aiden Hutchinson out of Michigan. He's the guy that I think out of the pass rushers looks amazing. Comes off the edge, has the speed, has the quickness. He doesn't have the giant arms, which I know a lot of people have kind of knocked him for. But I think with his speed, athleticism, his ability to get past the offensive tackles, I think that he could be amazing on the edge. Detroit didn't really have anything going for him last year. They looked really, really bad. Ended up popping up. They beat my team. But I think with Aiden Hutchinson, get some production on that defensive line, maybe help them a bit. With the end of the first round, they get another draft pick. Think if they can pick up an offensive weapon, whether that's a quarterback, whether that's a wide receiver, someone to help their offense, man, that's could be huge for them. But see who's 3. With the third pick in the NFL draft, the Houston Texans select Derek Stingley Jr., cornerback out of LSU. And I'm going to be honest, I don't like that pick for them. They had some of the best offensive tackles, people to help Davis Mills stand up. I know corner Stingley can be really good. I just think with the chance to get yourself an offensive tackle, why pass it up? Personally, I don't enjoy that draft pick. But I do think he could be really good for them. Help them build up their defensive abilities. But hey, we'll have to see what happens. Pick number 4. With the 4th pick, the New York Jets select Ahmad Sauce Gardner. And boy, I think they are ecstatic with that pick. You get Sauce, an amazing corner. Sure up that defense that looked bad. Now you have to just make sure your offense is good. But I think with that pick, that secondary becomes really good. Man, I think Sauce could end up becoming one of the top picks picked in this draft. Could end up becoming something huge. Let's see what the Jets could do with them, and let's see what happens at 5. With the 5th pick, the New York Giants select Kayvon Thibodeau. And man, I know a lot of people did not like him. They were a lot of issues with him coming up. But I think he's going to be an amazing player. I know people are talking about his ankle flexibility. I don't think that's going to be a huge issue. I think he can work past that. I think he'll be great rushing the ball. The Giants can pair him up with the great rest of that defensive line. And man, just seeing the Giants fans in the background, they are hyped because they know Kayvon Thibodeau could be an amazing player. He does, again, have issues that I think if their coaching staff cannot fix quickly, could become a long-standing issue with him not getting on to the quarterback fast enough and not being as productive as they need. But I think they can. And I think here in a couple picks, they could pick whichever tackle Carolina doesn't pick if they decide to take one. And with the 6th pick, the Carolina Panthers select Item Ekwonu, NC State, the offensive tackle. Smart. They had their pick at this point. With how the board fell, they had to pick between Ekwonu, Evan Neal. I like Evan Neal better. A lot of people do say Item Ekwonu looks like the better tackle here. They pick up Item Ekwonu, get whoever their quarterback is this year, if it is Darnold, whoever, get them protection. Maybe with protection, maybe Darnold could be something, maybe not. I think really good in pass protection. I don't know how well Ekwonu is going to be in run protection. We know that Christian McCaffrey has some injury issues. Hopefully, if he can stay good for the season, they could be a 500 team here soon. First offensive player off the board, and let's see what happens at 6. With the 7th pick, the New York Giants select Evan Neal out of Alabama, who I believe is the best tackle in this class. Big, good movement, great pass protector, really good run protector. I feel like he's better in passing. The tackles in this obviously should be better at pass protecting. Really good. Get Daniel Jones some projection for his, I'm imagining, one of his last years actually having a chance to start for that team. Really good. They've gotten 2 really good players. They got themselves Kayvon Thibodeau on the defense, getting themselves an edge rusher, and then a great tackle. The Giants could be doing good, could make some splash next year. Let's go to 8. With the 8th pick, the Atlanta Falcons go Drake London out of USC. I'm shocked. They went receiver. I was not expecting that. This is one of the first big surprises. They went wide receiver. Makes sense. Rebuilding team. Need to get themselves someone else to throw to other than, I don't remember his name, but their top tight end. They took number 3 last year. Wow. So, hey, he's a great go up, catch 50-50 ball. Probably can become their number 1 receiver, maybe even next year. Crazy, crazy things already happening. Let's see what happens at 9. With the 9th pick in the NFL draft, the Seattle Seahawks select Charles Cross out of Mississippi State. Man, it's wild. Get rid of Russell Wilson, then get an offensive tackle. Cross is pretty good, obviously. The 3rd best. He's pretty good. I think he's not as big of a super tackle coming out of the draft, but I still think he can do really good. Charles Cross, help protect. Being from Colorado, this is so funny. Protecting Drew Lock. Who knows? He has some elite receiving depth. So, we'll see what happens at number 10. With the 10th pick, the New York Jets select Garrett Wilson out of Ohio State. Yes, I'm not a Jets fan, but they get the receiver they need. Meaning Jamison Williams, who came into the draft being predicted to be the top receiver out of Alabama, is still there. I have a feeling this could be where teams try to trade up. Washington could grab him right here. Man, it would be nuts to see him take it. Teams could be trying to say if they could try to get top wide receiver. Minnesota could be getting calls. I think Garrett Wilson will be good. 6 foot, 183, fast. I think that we have a wild draft still coming. Let's go to 11. Breaking news! The New Orleans Saints have traded up to get themselves a receiver, I think. They trade up. They are on the clock right now. Let's see what they do at 11. It was the Commanders. Now it's the Saints. With the 11th pick, the New Orleans Saints have to trading up, get Chris Olave. Get themselves a speedster. Get them someone next to Brandon Cooks to be a great receiver. And man, I thought they were coming up to get I thought they were jumping up to get Jamison Williams, but they trade up to get Chris Olave. And man, right as that happens, the Detroit Lions trade up. Lions trade up. They're next up at 12. Let's see what happens. It's going nuts. With the 12th pick, the Detroit Lions, after trading up with the Vikings, select Jamison Williams out of Alabama. Get themselves a quick slot receiver. Get them someone to be able to throw to. I'm watching Tom Grossi. Go check him out. Leave him in the description. I'm watching his reaction. He is pissed off about it. I think it's great for them. And now there has been another freaking trade. This is insane. The Eagles have traded up. They are now number 13. And I think they're grabbing another receiver. This is insane. Let's see what's happened. With the 13th pick, the Philadelphia Eagles select Jordan Davis, the defensive lineman out of Georgia. I love that pick. I think that's perfect for the Eagles here. They do need a receiver still, but I think them getting themselves a more beefy interior defensive line is smart. They are weak. He can come in, help be a big run stopper on the inside. Perfect for him. Let's jump to 14. With the 14th pick, the Baltimore Ravens select Kyle Hamilton. Looks great. Great safety. Apparently, as I'm a Cardinals fan, I got to bring this up. Apparently, we just traded for Marquise Brown with the Bengals. I don't know what we gave up. Did we give up our first? But Kyle Hamilton going to the Ravens. Really good. I think they play him more as a linebacker. Amazing. Let's see what's going on next. So apparently, to get Marquise Brown, the Arizona Cardinals, they also got the number 100 pick, traded their number 23 pick. Marquise Brown. Hollywood Brown. He's just fast. He doesn't have hands. I've got to cope with this. I can't believe we could have got a defensive lineman. Pick a wide receiver second round. Oh, what are we going to go defensive line second round? Now we have to. I was hoping. Oh my God. All right, I'm finding out picks left and right. I have the next two ready. With the 15th pick, the Houston Texans select an interior defensive lineman, Kenyon Green. Nuts. That makes sense. Get yourself interior fucking offensive lineman. Help protect everything. And I'm still thinking about the Hollywood Brown. With the 16th pick, the Washington Commanders select Jahan Dotson, getting themselves a receiver who I feel like they are overextending for. I don't think Jahan Dotson is the type of guy to be like a mid-first from Penn State. Like 5'11", he's small, a fast receiver. I feel like they reached very far with him. Gotta see what they can do. I don't know. I don't understand. The Titans are trading A.J. Brown. They re-signed him and traded him to the Eagles, screwing their team because they don't have a receiver now. They wanted the 18th pick. There's not an A.J. Brown. I'm gonna have an aneurysm. All right, a little calm down from the nuts that's going on here since A.J. Brown got traded and the Titans are on the clock for the next pick. But this pick, number 17, Zion Johnson. Zion Johnson is going to the Chargers. Oh my god. I'm listening to Tom Grassi. He's losing his mind too. Zion Johnson, really good guard. Get your top quarterback protection. You got the receiver depth. I feel like that's the one thing they need to kind of get that team off the ground. I am still like hyperventilating. I ran up and down to talk to my grandfather because I can't. Let's see what happens. All right, I have a correction. Earlier I said AJ Brown was re-signed by the Titans. In my days, I forgot they didn't re-sign him yet. That is why they traded him. They traded him because they didn't trade him. Just it's nuts, but yeah, he wanted a new contract. I don't think Tennessee could give him that, so they traded him away. They're picking right now. Let's see what they take. I'm gonna lose it, guys. We've still not gotten the Titans pick. Eagles' new wide receiver AJ Brown, 4 years, $100 million. This is insane. I'm losing my mind. And we're still haven't picked 18. This is a wild draft. Remember to hit that subscribe button. I overact like this to everything. And finally here at pick 18, the Tennessee Titans select Trayvon Walker out of Arkansas. Getting themselves a new wide receiver. Trayvon Walker. Good possession, go up 50-50 ball receiver, 6'2", 225. Getting themselves a new receiver after getting rid of A.J. Brown. A lot of teams going to look really different this next NFL season. And, man, what is next in this insane draft? Also, watching his tape is seeing him body corners. He is really physical. It's a great trait for a lot of receivers. As long as you have the hands to go up and get it. He also has a good bit of speed. He looks great. With the 19th pick, New Orleans Saints select Trevor Penning. Get themselves a tackle. Protect their quarterback. And man, great for them. Everything. This is a nuts draft. But they got themselves a tackle. They got themselves a receiver, as I remember. They got Dotson, didn't they? Yeah, they drafted someone earlier. Like, I think he could be great. Trevor Penning, 6'7", 325, gigantic. What's coming at 20? With the 20th pick, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Kenny Pickett, the quarterback. They got themselves a quarterback in the first round. I think Pickett will be the best quarterback coming out of this draft. I had a lot of people saying there weren't going to be quarterbacks. Right there proved it. Quarterbacks are coming off the board. By the way, I'm going to say I feel bad for Mitchell Trubisky. There's also claims that the Patriots trade back, but it's crazy. A lot of crazy stuff happening. I think he's going to be a great pocket quarterback, thrower. Everything's going to be nuts in Pittsburgh. I think it's going to be a competition for who gets the top spot. The Chiefs have traded up, instantly picked. They're now at 21. Let's see who they pick. With the 21st pick, the Kansas City Chiefs select Trent McDuffie out of Washington. Amazing corner, beefing up that defense. Man, I think that's a good spot for them. That's amazing. Next up is the Packers. We're almost at the end of this. They're number 22. God, McDuffie's such a good man-to-man corner. I don't know if they're going to want to play him in zone. Their defense does seem to be more man-to-man, so he fits perfectly on that defense. Let's go to 22! With the 22nd pick, the Green Bay Packers select Quay Walker. I don't know much about him. Linebacker, Georgia. I heard he's supposed to be good along with Devin Lloyd. Packers didn't go receiver. They need to get one in their next pick, or there could be backlash. But let's see what happens at 23. The Buffalo Bills and Baltimore Ravens have switched. The Bills have traded up for Jermaine Johnson's still there. He could be the pick here. There's a lot of things that could happen. This draft is getting nuts. We're still at 23. With the 23rd pick, the Buffalo Bills select Khair Alam from Florida. Get themselves that corner. Pair him up with Tre'Davious White. Beef up that defense as shown in that AFC Championship game when they lost because their secondary was not... Or it wasn't even AFC Championship they lost. They lost in the divisional round. Oh, yeah. Get themselves a corner. Help their secondary out. Really good pick from them. Now we're going to 24 and the Dallas Cowboys. Them boys. With the 24th pick, the Dallas Cowboys select Tyler Smith, an interior offensive lineman out of Tulsa. He is 6'5", 324, big. Looks like he could be a guard is what I'm seeing. Aggressive, physical, really good run blocker. Is penalty prone though. I think he'll be good for the Cowboys. Give Dak some more protection. And even though I give so much crap because I don't think Dak Prescott is that amazing, you can't say that last year wasn't great for them. If they could do it again, they could be a force in the AFC. With the 25th pick, the Baltimore Ravens select Tyler Linderbaum, the center. I'm a little bit surprised. I was not ready for them to go after that. They don't replace the receiver they get, but they get themselves a center, get Lamar some more protection. I gotta imagine either they're gonna trade up here or they're expected to get one early in the second, or sometimes in the second. But get themselves a center, get him more protection. We are moving on to 26. We're almost done here. And once again, we have another trade. The New York Jets have traded up. Number 26 is now them. Tennessee drops back again. But the Jets, this is like their third first. See what they want. With the 26th pick after trading up, the New York Jets select Jermaine Johnson. They get a steal, a great edge rusher. God, the Jets might have come out of this strong. Boy, Tampa Bay could be up at 27. Don't know what they're going to do. Jermaine Johnson. Almost done, but this is nuts. Another trade! The Jacksonville Jaguars have traded up, giving Tampa Bay the first pick into the second round. God. They could be going up for some big players. They could be Devontae Wyatt, Dak Hill, George Karlaftis, Devin Lloyd. Devin Lloyd could be the pick. Devin Lloyd or Nakobe Dean. There's also Sky Moore, Christian Watkins, George Pickens. This nuts. With the 27th pick, the Jacksonville Jaguars, as they're trading up, select Devin Lloyd, the linebacker to Utah, off-ball linebacker, great in coverage. Great pick for them after losing their top linebacker. Have him in the middle. I think he'll be great for that team. I think they are definitely making moves to not be the number one pick next year. Packers on the clock at 28. Let's see if they'll pick a receiver or if they'll piss off their entire state. With the 28th pick, the Green Bay Packers select Devontae Wyatt. They don't go receivers. They get a good defensive lineman from Georgia. They turned into a Georgia team. 6'2", 304. Get themselves some help on the defensive side. Wide receiver in the second round. Man, he looks so happy. He is in tears. His whole family's losing their minds. But hey, here at 29, supposed to be New England, but with this draft, who knows? Arizona could pop back up. With the 29th pick, The New England Patriots selected a guard, Cole Strange, from Chattanooga. That never heard of. No clue. Random person. They got a guard. Got offensive line. Good for them. But no idea who he is. Can't give you much of anything on him, unfortunately, because I only know like a handful of the first rounders. So with the 30th pick, the Kansas City Chiefs select George Karlaftis, get themselves a really good edge rusher out of Purdue. Defense needed the help. They get a corner. They get an edge rusher. Their offense was already elite. They also had a receiver, didn't they? I don't know at this point. I'm going to be honest. I'm kind of losing track. We're almost done. But Karlaftis off the board. Let's see what the Bengals do. With the 31st pick, the Cincinnati Bengals select Daxton Hill, the safety out of Michigan. Heard he's supposed to be more close to a single high safety compared to Kyle Hamilton, who's supposed to be more like a underneath safety. And we have one more pick, 32, last pick of the first round, going to Minnesota. With the 32nd and final pick in the first round of the 2022 draft, the Minnesota Vikings select Lewis Seen out of Georgia, getting themselves a safety. Don't know too much about him. Gonna have to go with what information I could quick see about him. Decent safety, pretty good special teamer. Good IQ, good tackler. Exactly what they need is another safety, someone to develop up there and a safety for that team. Great eyes. He's not a great coverage guy, but he can hit, make the tackles. It's exactly what they need. But thank you guys so much for watching this. Hopefully this should be out. I am finishing recording at 9:37 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Hopefully this should be out in the next 45 minutes, an hour. Hopefully a lot of guys are watching this. I'll see you guys in my next video, which should hopefully be I don't know what the next video is going to be. Probably won't be until after the draft. I will post my grading draft picks. Ba-ba, ba-ba, ba-ba.